For Chicago, they're a good team right now. We'll give them that. Cardinals, not so hot. But they're up and down too. The Dodgers, they decided to take. I don't know if you saw that, but they're not pitching Shohei Ohtani this year, which I thought is kind of strange.
Very strange.
They're giving his arm a year of rest, letting him just hit the ball. He's been all right this year. Reds, not that good, and I thought they could have a decent year this year. They're not panning out. The Phillies have been one of the best teams in baseball. They're a team to watch out for. Guardians as well. Really good baseball team. They can get on base. But today, I think I could see them losing today to the upset Angels there, and I could see the Angels getting a dub today. But we're going with the Yankees versus the Padres. This could be a game that the Padres win, I think. Dylan Cease is probably a pitching mismatch there. But the Padres are a pretty solid team. Especially with, losing Juan Soto, they've been able to kind of hang around and still be all right, but they're just, again, average. Diamondbacks, terrible this year. Marlins, of course, terrible. They've kind of picked it up a little bit since they started the season about 0-15, so a little bit better, not great.
You got to move some good. We're getting situated here.
We're getting set up here for our live interview here with Jared G., former Illinois basketball player, and former Big Ten champion there. So,
yes.
We will have him on here in just a second. If you're new to the show, this is the League Sports Talk Show on 103.7, 107.1, Radio Free Nashville. I am your host, BYL Chill Simmons, also known as Eli Davis, among many other names. I got my host here, Southside Sedge. And Sedge, tell me, let me get your opinion on this here. Are those two NBA series that we talked about, are they both going to be sweeps, or are we going to see one go to 6 or 7?
You know what? It's still up in the air. Both of these series is pretty tight to me. But as far as going 7, most likely, I think the Eastern Conference is going to go 7. So far, they just haven't showed me nothing in the West that they can fend off. They can fend off the Mavs. I'm hoping to see something different, but
the Mavs were honestly one of the worst defensive teams in the year before the All-Star break, and they made a couple trades, and something just changed. This is a whole different team that we were expected to see coming. I mean, they're a 5 seed, and they look like a 1 seed right now. I mean, they put the 1 seed in their place in the last series, and now they're taking on a Timberwolves team that started this playoffs like they were UConn or something, just blowing everybody out of the water.
Right.
And now look where we are. So the Mavs, crazier things have happened, but the 5 seed going all the way, and really a team that not a lot of people were predicting to win a finals this year. So always exciting when that happens. Celtics are the team that everybody predicted. If it is a Celtics versus Mavs finals, who do you think wins that? You think it's going to be your Boston Celtics or the Dallas Mavericks there?
Okay, well, I'm going to say looks like it's going to be the Boston guy.
He's switching his opinion here, but that's what a great films studying man like yourself would do after watching. So.
Yes, but I really do think that, the Western Conference is, the Timberwolves is going to have to suck it up, and they're going to have to come out with some really, really powerful wins. I mean, they're going to have to blow them out. If they don't blow them out, they can't win.
No, that's true.
They can't win.
It's very true. So where are we at here on the live here, Sedge? Are we getting Jared to join us here in a second?
We're live, but what we got to do is tell Jared. I'm going to have to tell Jared to call in because for some reason, his name is not coming up on the list. Do you know anything about that? His name won't come up on the list.
No.
But he's like
This is our weekly occurrence here. If you are new to the show, it's us struggling with the technology here, getting everything set up. But Let me ask you as well, Sedge. You know, we've gotten a little bit of training camp info in, you know, and everything's starting to happen here.
Hold on, before you say that, Jared, if you're looking at the live, just call in on the phone number, area code 615-835-3224. We're gonna do it over the phone.
Okay.
So if you hear me, please call me. Call me at that number, area code 615-835-3224. It should still be in your DM.
If you got a hot sports take too, call in 615-835-3224, and we will chat it up here live on the show. So that's a little bit of news there in the NBA. But you know, you've been saying all year long that you don't think that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum can do it. Now you're on the Celtics.
Well, I'm on them now
switch.
because they've showed me. They've come out and played extremely well to me. But, you know, like I said though, I said that they are a good regular season team, and in the playoffs is iffy. Now,
To me, they've been good in the first few rounds in the playoffs.
Right. And I was going to add to that. I was a little quick last week, but yeah, they've made it to the playoffs. They made it the first round and the second round. It's just when it came to the third, he just didn't show me anything the last time they made it that far. He was not a dominant player. He was not the superstar. So,
did you watch the last game of the Celtics Pacers?
I did. I watched the first half. I didn't watch the second half. Well,
Okay, let me ask you, who's the colder white boy? T.J. McConnell or Peyton Pritchard on the Celtics? Peyton Pritchard on the Celtics or T.J. McConnell on the Pacers? To me, they could switch bodies.
They could.
and nobody
They'd
would
be the
notice.
same guy. That's the same guy.
They could switch jerseys and go out there and play. And
Both of them are playing good, man. I mean, they're stepping up, man. Those good role players. See, that's what you need in the playoffs. This is when your role players come in. You know, they're not trying to take over the game, but they're just trying to be consistent and keep the scoring up when the stars leave. And they've been able to do it, man. I mean, you know, I didn't see any drop off. Did you see any drop off when either Tatum went out or Brown? I didn't see any drop off. I seen them consistently, you know, run the offense and play good defense. They showed me a lot.
To me, I mean, and they would never start T.J. McConnell, but they started T.J. McConnell and Tyrese Halliburton. To me, those are better options there. I mean, they can both get to the rack, and every time T.J. McConnell comes in the game, it seems like he scores like 15 points in 15 minutes. And has like 4 assists, and then they send him off to the bench. He is smaller, so he's a liability there on defense. But I think one of these two series, like I said, is going to go down the wire. It might be this Pacers Celtics series. You know, it could be over in 4, but also Tyrese Halliburton. They've got enough star power and depth there.
Yeah, they do.
To make something happen.
But they just didn't.
They had to win that game one. Whenever they were up, they had that thing in the bag.
Right. After that, I've lost faith in them. I've already said that Tatum was the fader guy, but he's showing out to be pretty solid, and the whole team is showing out. And we got to look at it. That team is a veteran team, basically.
But also too, like you'll see in these first 2 games, and I think this is key to kind of note here. You know, those first 2 games, the two teams that are down 0-2 are the 2 teams that went to 7-game series. You know, the Pacers, they went to that 7-game series with the Knicks. That was brutal and exhausting.
Yes.
And so did the T-Wolves there with the Nuggets, taking down the Nuggets. I mean, that took a lot out of them. So I think, you know, in these next 2 games, we could see those teams starting to kind of recover, get ready for this, and maybe show out in Game 3. But they could just be out of juice. You never know. That's the thing about the NBA as opposed to like the NFL or something. You know, you got 1 game a week. 4 weeks, 3 weeks, it's over. With the NBA, you're playing every other night, and it gets pretty exhausting and wearing on your body when you've been doing it for 82 games already this season.
Yeah, it does. It does. You know, I'm still I'm at a loss because you know, I really thought that Tatum wasn't going to be as dominant, and he looks like the guy. I mean, he looks like the guy again.
Yeah, I think he does now. I think we'll see if he's still that guy in the finals. Here's one thing I think that matches up well for the Celtics this year is if they do end up in the finals versus the Mavs. I honestly just don't think that Luka can guard Tatum or them. Luka's one of the worst on-ball defenders in the league. And that could cause issues there for the Mavs. But, if I think it could, right now, I might place a future bet on the T-Wolves and the Mavs there. I think the T-Wolves could come back in that series, go lotto there. But I think with the Celtics, I'm sticking with this all year long. Drew Holiday is definitely the type of player that can help them win a ring.
Right.
But there's something about this team. I think that they're not winning this year. And I think they're going to end up breaking this team apart. But this is my bold prediction now. They're up 2-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals. And they're deep as can be. I mean, they have a real great shot at the finals right now. I could be shooting myself in the foot, but I don't think the Celtics win the finals this year.
Let's pick it. We didn't pick the teams who we think are going to be in it.
Now I'll go Mavs Celtics. I want to say Timberwolves, and I still might, but I think it goes to 7. But we've seen from Kyrie right now that he is when he's locked in, he's locked in. We've seen Kyrie where he shut down last series. He didn't score that many points sometimes.
Right.
We're not seeing that right now. When Kyrie's on, he is about impossible to stop. So
yes. Oh man, but that play, the dunk. Oh man, that was ridiculous. Luka falls to the ground. Oh, the guy's on him. Oh, he looks back. He throws the ball over his head. That was a Magic Johnson move. Throws the ball over his head. Okay, then Kyrie gets it. Goes to the bucket. Throws the ball back. And the guy catches it. Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. That was just beautiful right there.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of me and my buddies on a 7-foot rim. But
we had one of those too, and we thought we were good, and then we get on a real court and get blown out.
Oh yeah, get on the 7-foot rims.
And we trying to do the same stuff. They knocking the ball out of our hands.
I kid you not, it's not just the dunking on a 7-foot rim I'm good at. It's the shooting. I'm like Larry Bird out there.
Larry Bird, okay.
I'm like Larry Bird that can emerge into LeBron if needed on a 7-foot rim, but no, yeah.
Oh man.
10-foot rim, I don't know.
Yeah, 7 foot out. We should love that, but it's not good for you if you're going to try to take that to a real game. You'll get blown out. But now that we have these two, the 4 teams in, do you see any of the teams that's on the losing end really coming back and really staking its claim to the title? Come on, or making it to the big dance.
Yeah, I'm still going to stick with the Timberwolves. I think it's possible. I mean, like I talked about earlier, we saw Anthony Edwards shoot. What was it? 11 for 35 from the field in the first 2 games. He's going to have a couple of these games where he puts up 40, and if he's doing that. I think the Timberwolves are a good enough team to be able to figure them out and win a couple there. I don't think it's going to end in 4. I think it'll be at least a 7-game series. And to me, Anthony Edwards, even though especially when he's going to be getting dogged on right now, this is a great time for him to really step up and showcase what he's got. So I'll go with the T-Wolves as a team that can come back. But I think they both can. I just don't think the Pacers have enough juice down the road to win a 7-game series. I think they can win 1 or 2, but 7 in a 7-game series, I don't think they can win 4. And so I'll go T-Wolves there.
Okay. You're going with T-Wolves. I'm still sticking with the Mavs. The Mavs got the juice. They don't look hesitant. They look pretty hungry, and even. I mean, most of those games, both games, they were behind. Yeah. And, they came back. They kept their poise. They didn't get rattled. That's why I'm looking at them to win the series. They just seem like a superior team.
I think they'll win it. It's just, I think you asked me, who do I think can come back on the series? Who do you think is more likely to come back, the Pacers or the T-Wolves? In your opinion? Who's more likely to come back in this series?
I would say the T-Wolves.
So you're sticking with the T-Wolves.
I'm gonna be with the T, but then I'm going against what I said because I picked the Mavs to win it all. So I'm going to say Indiana. Let's see Indiana. Come on, Indiana. I'm pulling for you, Indiana.
Somebody do something so we got some excitement here.
Something. I mean, come on, guys.
Conference championship, step up.
Step up. We need it. Yeah, so this is going to be very interesting. Did you say something about some football?
I was about to, but
Okay.
I did want to get into this last little NBA thing here before we circle back at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have an update for here. Your favorite segment of mine here: players who have a punchable face.
Yes.
Now this is the NBA edition.
Okay.
Players, you get one clean shot. Who would you take? This is my list here right now. So right now, of course, number one, he's playing right now, is going to be Rudy Gobert. I mean, it's got to be Rudy Gobert. He has got the most punchable face in the NBA right now, or he's definitely up there. Number two there, of course, Grayson Allen from the Suns. He's just got that punchable Duke face that everybody would love one shot at. But Ben Simmons, punchable face.
Okay.
LaMelo Ball, punchable face. LaMelo Ball also ran over an 11-year-old's foot. It seems like allegedly. Oh, what in the world was that?
I don't know what he did to him, but he did something.
He ran over an 11-year-old.
Oh, he ran. Oh, man.
When he was trying to get his autograph.
Oh, that's right. Sure did. That was horrible, man.
Allegedly, he did this.
No,
what you keep doing?
Okay, I don't know why. Okay, that's wrong button.
So
Okay,
he's on my potentially punchable face list. Any Plumlee brother that's in the NBA, punchable face. And last but not least, here we've got Josh Giddey and Chet Holmgren double punch on the Thunder. Yeah, those are punchable faces there.
Okay.
One clean shot. What NBA player makes you the most irritated? You cannot stand watching. He's got a punchable face.
People are gonna get mad if I say this.
Say it.
LeBron James.
Oh, I feel like it's a very popular answer.
Yeah, that guy. I mean, he's a terrific player. I have nothing against him. I just don't like that they compare him to Jordan, and he's better than Jordan. He's the GOAT. He's just not the GOAT. I mean, he's a terrific player. He's got the stats, but, you know, it's the way you do things, you know. I mean, he went to the finals and never lost. That says a lot. I mean, you know, they can say it doesn't. But, I mean, hey, give me an extra 10 years and see what stats I can come up with. Oh, man, they're like, say it. Uh-oh.
Say it, you averaged 2 points a game for 20 years. You get 200 points.
Yes, I did that. And I'm proud of that. You know, but yeah, you know, he's just not the guy. He's not the guy to me and so many people.
Well,
Reginald Ballard is a friend of mine. Reginald Ballard is bruh man from the show Martin. And we go at it all the time because he's putting stuff out. He's a diehard LeBron fan, and he says that LeBron is the GOAT. Of course, I say Jordan is the GOAT, but I don't want to get in arguments because, you know,
LeBron didn't have any help in Cleveland. And look at Kyrie Irving when he's by himself. I'm telling you, he can lead a team to a championship by himself.
Yes.
He hit the clutch shots there in that Cleveland run.
He sure can.
And he did it in that Cleveland run with LeBron James. And, you know, that was one of his titles right there.
Yes.
To me, that argument has always been Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James. But, you know, I'm always willing to have the argument. If you want to call in and tell us why LeBron is better than Michael Jordan, call in at 615-835-3224. We'll have this conversation right now. Then we can talk any of this final stuff, finals predictions.
Yes.
But for today, you know, one thing I'm looking at today, props wise, give me T.J. McConnell over assist today. We talked about the white boy with the Lightning today.
Okay. Right.
He's got the electricity. This guy right here, T.J. McConnell, he's going to get, I think, even 8 assists today, and he's listed at I think 4.5. So. NBA picks, I'm going T.J. McConnell over assist.
Okay.
I'm going to go with your guy, Peyton Pritchard.
Okay.
Over rebounds. I think he can get some rebounds today. Let's have him hit the boards. Another thing we haven't seen hit the boards yet this series, and I think he will, Aaron Naismith for the Pacers. I think he's going to get some rebounds today. I like his rebound props overs.
Okay.
But I think in this game today, I think somebody's going to step up from the Pacers. I think the Pacers can win this one today.
But I see Holiday has to step up.
He did the last. Let's see what he did yesterday or the other day. He did. He had 15 and 10 assists.
All right.
6 for 7 from the field, and then in this first game, he actually had an electric game.
Mm-hmm.
He had 28.7 rebounds, 8 assists. So he's done good the last 2 games, but in that other series, he was definitely a letdown. So,
okay.
Drew Holiday, he you're right though. I think he is the X factor.
He is. I mean, come on, man. You just won a ring, 2 years removed, and you should be the guy that you're the guy on the team that everybody should be looking at. Hey, you won it.
He's also supposed to be that lockdown guard defender too. I don't even see him matched up on Halliburton that much.
Right, his defense was pretty good. I don't see it either. I don't see it.
Yeah. Halliburton's 3-pointer though is slower than Christmas though. Have you seen him shoot that?
Yeah, I've seen it, man. He lucky I'm not playing. He's lucky because the taller guys that want to shoot a lazy shot. Oh man, I'm sitting there, I'm flat with it, and as soon as he raises that arm up, I'm going down in a downward motion toward the ball. I'm gone. I got the ball and I'm gone.
Well, also, with him, he won't shoot the 3 unless he's about wide open. But he does his little step back, and then he loads it up
He's got
8 seconds later.
You know who he shoots like. He shoots like a former Bull and former Knick. What's his name? Center with the crazy shot. Who was that for the Bulls? Played for the Bulls.
You're the Bulls guy there.
Let's see. Man, it's right there. It's
right.
right.
Joakim Noah?
No. He's a center. He's an older guy. He's played with the Knicks.
Older or younger than you?
Well, I'm stealthily young. I'm a stealthy 60, but if you saw me, you would say, man, this guy's not 60. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, he's 70. No. No, yeah.
Luke Caldwell. No, it's not Caldwell. It's, goodness gracious. Bill Cartwright.
Bill Cartwright.
Yeah. That was the ugliest shot, but it went in when we needed to. I mean, Bill Cartwright.
That's Halliburton right there. I mean, Halliburton honestly has had an unreal season where, he started this season off where he was about averaging 20 and 15 a game. His assist numbers have declined over the last little bit because they're playing a little bit more ISO ball. But this team is the highest scoring team in the league. The Pacers are the highest scoring team in the league. 7 guys who score above 10 points a game.
Whoa.
And, I think they might actually have the depth to make a run. As I'm looking at this, it seems like the Timberwolves, I might even change my answer here. I think the Timberwolves might be running out of gas. That's what I'm worried about there. Just after what I saw last night, that was very discouraging. They were not hustling, so.
They wasn't. And I was like, come on, you don't kick in,
Pacers have lost the first 2, but at least they've been in the games and they've been hustling. I'm starting to like a Pacers little run here more and more, but we'll see. The NBA might just want to get these four games over with and move on to the finals.
Yes, because I do. I mean, come on. This is it could get pretty ugly, man. If they don't come around.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, guys. This is it. This is it. You practice all this time. This is it. I mean, you got the world looking at you. Come on, guys. This is when you step it up and say, okay, all right, I'm putting it all down. I'm putting everything I've got into this. Win, lose, or draw, I've given them all.
Well, okay, so I have another, this is completely unrelated here.
Uh-oh.
But I was watching some golf last weekend. Not by necessarily choice, but there was golf on last weekend. If you had one fix to golf, the Live Tour, they try to fix it a little bit. If you had one fix to golf, what would it be? How would you make it more entertaining?
I would do a similar baseball. You got the counter. From the point you pick your club and walk up to the hole, you got so many minutes to get your shot off.
I like that too.
Yes, and then let's see what else could speed it up. Let's see. Well, you don't have any replays to really worry about.
I got one idea. I got one idea here. Sprint golf. So
Okay.
You're at the hole.
Okay.
They time you. The moment you hit the first ball, you have to run to your ball and try to get another one in the hole.
Ah.
And each shot counts for 30 seconds.
Okay. Okay, I could deal with that.
30 extra seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But the quickest you can get it into the hole,
Mm-hmm.
that's who the winner is there.
Okay, that's not bad. And speaking of golf, I'm putting together a tournament with the Tennessee State Untouchables. We're looking at putting on a golf tournament at Ted Rose.
Oh, I would love to do that. Let's do that.
Yes,
The League Sports Talk Show golf tournament at Ted Rose. Let's get this thing going.
We're setting it up, and little Birdie has told me that a guy by the name of MJ will possibly be participating.
Okay, Michael Jordan?
MJ.
Oh.
We're going to use the services of Mr. Stackhouse. You know, Stackhouse lives here now. And with what my team is telling me is that he can persuade Mr. MJ to come and be a part of our tournament.
I think Jerry Stackhouse might punch me in the face if he ever sees me. After what I've heard about him.
Yeah, you have been brutal on that guy.
Well, not even brutal. I just came up with the best nickname of all time, and I'm sorry, Jerry. I might be scary, Jerry, if I ever see him, but
you gonna punch him in the face. Okay.
Jerry Packhouse is still one of the greatest names in National Sports Radio history.
Pack your house because you're going home, son. You don't have to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here, as they say. Yep. Oh man, that's good. And we got some other professional players here that will get him. Mr. Davis, that used to play with the Bulls, lives here, and we're using him too to try to suitor Mr. MJ to come and play with us. So, you know, it's going to be good. We got a lot of good people involved in this. So, guys, you'll be hearing about it. We're not sure if it's going to be this year, but more than likely it's going to be next year, though. It's going to be next year because we're not trying to rush it. We want to make sure we got everything in place. So, we'll be having us, the League Sports Talk Show will be a moderator for sure for the golf tournament here at Ted Rose. So we'll keep you posted on that. And let me see what else we got going on. Well, coming up, we also have the Tennessee State Untouchables picnic coming up on July the 3rd and the 4th. Eli, you're going to have a ball. That's one of our biggest events for the League Sports Talk Show. We cover the event, and we're there, and we have so many former players that's at that cookout. So make sure you get Molly.
Oh yeah,
that's the third, and the layout is really nice. They have this huge. It's on a golfing range, and they provide you with hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken.
Hold up! Breaking
fish.
News! Breaking news! Breaking news!
Oh, wait a minute! What is that?
No,
that's not it.
That's what I want to say is boo too, but
that's not it.
I don't like that right there. Let's try this one right here. You ready?
All right.
Oh, okay. Dang it. Okay, that's more like it.
Okay.
Tyrese Halliburton likely out for Game 3 tonight with a hamstring injury. Tyrese Halliburton dealing with a hamstring injury is likely to miss tonight's matchup versus the Celtics. And all this conversation might have been for nothing. This series could be over. Let's go ahead and get in those TJ McConnell over assist bets right now.
Okay.
If you're over there right now, run to the sports books. That is going to be free cash money if those lines have not changed. Guarantee you they're about to right now. So if you have not bet on that right now, go ahead and get your TJ McConnell assist, points, rebounds, all those overs there. We're betting on TJ there tonight. But that is heartbreaking news. Heartbreaking news for your Indianapolis Pacers. They are in trouble.
Well, we talked about his shot. You think that had something to do with it? We just dogged his shot out.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, it'll be loading over there from the bench. And, I think the Celtics might be loading themselves right into the NBA Finals with that right there. That's tough news. We're not liking that.
Well, they now, They really needed him. That's going to be.
That was everything.
Yes, they're going to be struggling. They're going to struggle. They're going to struggle.
Unless we see a TJ McConnell.
They play tonight, right?
Yeah, legacy game.
Yeah.
We need to see a TJ McConnell. The white boy had to shock the world there for this team.
He's going to have to come out and play like Anthony Edwards was playing before he get
and not like he's playing right now.
Right, not like it before when before who was that they played? The Nuggets. He got to play like he played with the Nuggets series.
So let me ask you this. We're looking at Anthony Edwards. He's 22 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He's been dominant. Of course, he might not win this year.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think overall in time here in the NBA? Do you think Anthony Edwards or Victor Wembanyama end up winning more NBA finals?
I'm going to say Victor. Victor has all the tangibles. Victor, man, when you get a little weight on him, nobody's going to be able to stop him. Nobody. I mean, nobody. But I don't want him to get a lot of weight. I just want him to still be mobile. Because what he's doing is astonishing, man. He takes the ball behind his back, man. And I don't see big guys doing that.
No, he is an absolute freak.
The size.
I think he'll end up winning about 3 championships. That's my goal. That's my pick for Wembanyama. I think for Edwards, I can see 4.
7'6". Now he's 7'6". All he needs is maybe 3 other players that don't foul out and are pretty good defensive players and can score. He can take them to a championship next year. I mean, really.
Let me ask you: do you think Devin Booker from the Suns? Do you think he ever wins a championship?
Devin Booker, I like him, and he for the last 2 years I really held him high until I saw him play recently in the playoffs, and no, I say no.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I did. This kind of brought up to me this week, and I thought this was an interesting debate topic here. Mm-hmm. Let's say that LeBron, KD, were on the same team this year.
Okay.
Would they win a finals?
If LeBron was on what team?
On a team with Kevin Durant.
Yeah, they would win. Yes.
They win a finals this year?
Yeah, they would win the finals. Because, okay, you're looking at...
What about LeBron and Steph? You think they would win a finals this year if they're on the same team?
I would say, yeah. I mean, he's going to give them that extra 25, 30 points. So
yeah.
They could, yeah, I would say yes. But I'm really feeling...
I'm just wondering if they're getting too old.
Well, it's... KD needs to... well... I wonder what KD... Have you heard anything on what KD decided to do? Is he going to go back?
He's stuck with the Suns for now, but unless they trade him, which, knowing him, I mean, he could ask for a trade at any time.
Right. Yeah, he'll do it. He's shown. Yeah, I think that guy... Yeah, he needs... Within the next year or so, he needs to go ahead and get another one, man. He needs to get... Okay, but where is he going to go? He's not going to get it with the Suns. The Suns... just don't have it. They just don't have it.
Yeah, they need to trade Bradley Beal. That was never a smart idea to begin with.
Yes.
Is adding Bradley Beal to that team. You need to let Devin Booker be your star point guard. You've already got Kevin Durant who can score a bunch there.
Right.
You need to get that star third guy who can hit the clutch 3 when it matters.
There you go.
Play lockdown defense, and that's not Bradley Beal.
He's
the mid-range king.
There you go.
And he's the can't play defense king. So that makes no sense there.
Can't play defense king.
Oh, there's a lot of can't play defense kings in the NBA right now. But that's why I thought the Timberwolves had a shot in this series, was that they normally play pretty good defense, but they cannot. They're putting them in these pick and roll matchups, like I keep talking about, and it's Luka and Kyrie.
Yeah,
and they swap with them, and it's the bigs there down there,
and he just blows past them. He does a little fake move, and then he's gone.
He'll blow right past them, or he'll pause right on them and pull up in their face.
Pull up, right? I mean,
they cannot stop that.
They cannot. I mean, it doesn't seem fair. It just doesn't seem fair because those guys are so slow, man.
Also, the Timberwolves are not playing the series right. Like, Karl Anthony Towns should, they have the advantage in the post, and they're not utilizing that to their advantage whatsoever. You've got to leverage this position you got with 2 of the best big men in the league,
right?
Versus a Dallas Mavericks team who's weak in the post.
Right.
They're starting Daniel Gafford,
right,
and even P.J. Washington and Derek Lively, a bunch of young guys who are not really that established there in the post. Carlton Towns should be eating 20, 30 points a game.
Yes, they should.
He's not become a factor. He stands over there in the corner and misses every shot he takes. So it's like, get him in the post.
Right.
Let him go to work. That's where he's best.
Well, you know what? It's like the other game. The other game, he hit a couple of threes, and I think that shook him up. They were like, okay, leave him out there. No, get him back. That was good. Those were some novelty shots. Those were nice. Get him back down low. Get him,
and switch this defense up too, where they're switching all the time. How about you run a zone or something where you can get Rudy Gobert to hang out around the paint and just block shots?
There you go. That's it. That
Don't
is the
pull
point.
him out on the perimeter to get burned around everywhere. It makes no sense.
It doesn't.
And the T-Wolves right now, honestly, this team though, and I might have gotten a little ahead of myself here. I think that Anthony Edwards is the player that can win you a finals.
Yes.
But I think that the way that they're structured is just not ideal. You need another playmaker there on the court. And Carlton Towns, he can shoot the ball, but he's not really a playmaker right now.
Right.
Rudy Gobert and him, that whole experiment there where you trade 4 first-round picks for Rudy Gobert, who's got the most punchable face in the league.
Punchable face.
And he can't really score either. He can dunk every now and again.
Mm-hmm.
They have this cool play where Carlton Towns throws them an alley every once in a while, but it's an awful setup we have here. I mean, what is going on there?
Where the guns at? Where the guns at?
Yeah, they need scores, and Naz Reid might be a better option than Rudy Gobert right now. I'd play Naz Reid more.
Yes.
Especially than Jaden McDaniels. I don't understand that at all. Their coaching seems lost right now.
I think if they get bounced, they're going to get a new coach.
Yeah. They were kind of. They did have a good run this year, so
yeah,
they might keep him. But to me, you've got to switch something up here, and he's not switching up his game plan at all. He's just letting this happen to him. Mm-hmm. And honestly, they're about one more bench star away. Like that's what they needed. They needed to make a trade for that P.J. Washington or that guard off the bench, like T.J. McConnell-like player. Like they needed that little spark plug off the bench.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And right now, nobody's scared of any of their bench players. It's
nobody.
Their stars putting up points. Naz Reid can score there, but they need more help bad. So these 2 series could be over quickly.
Well, if they beg me hard enough, I might just come in for them, man. I might just do it.
Oh yeah, you could probably shoot 4 for 36 from the field like Anthony Edwards. We'll see.
Yeah, because that guy is man. It's a big difference in the comparison to him and Michael Jordan. That should be over at this point. Yeah, he sort of looks like him. That's all we should say. Yeah. He sort of looks like him.
Everybody says it might be his son. But I think Anthony Edwards, he's getting really crapped on right now. But I think if you just wait a couple games, we're going to see the real Anthony Edwards emerge. He's got to come out of this tired shell and give it all he's got for the next couple games. And I think he does that. I think we see a 40-point outburst here.
Hey, is he anchored down in Minnesota? Can he go somewhere else?
He's he's only a couple years into his contract, his rookie contract, because he's still young, but he is staying there. Yeah, he's been talking about how he wants to stay there and make this team amazing. A-Rod's the owner. I think they will basically.
That's right. A-Rod is the owner, man.
Yeah, I think they'll basically do whatever they need to do to keep Ant happy, though. I mean, Ant is clearly a top 5 NBA player. I've been saying that all year long. Might have shut down the last 2 games. It doesn't change the fact that he just beat the champion Nuggets at the age of 22 years old and put in work on them every game. He's a top 5 NBA player, and so they'll build around him. And honestly, I think they can make a little run there in this playoffs. They just need to have some energy. They got to have energy there, and they're running out.
Hey, man, tonight you want to do a special edition?
Special edition? I'm down. Yeah, special edition at the League Sports Talk Show on Facebook there. Make sure you stay tuned. Give us a follow. We're trying to make this one of the biggest shows here in the Nashville area. Great sports talk every week. We've got all kinds of sports information coming to you. And, down here at the road, we're getting to the finals talk here. who to you, if you could put up one finals team versus any finals team in NBA history, what team are you putting up there?
You know.
Well, let me hear it.
The Bulls. I would put the 98 Bulls up against anybody.
98 Bulls?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, yeah. I think the 01-02 Lakers could have a pretty good fight there, too, with Shaq and Kobe.
Okay, now that was, there was a lot of good players on that team. I played them. I used to play them on that game, and they were really good. They were really good. They had, the players they had on that team, man.
They were deep, and they had guys who played with grit, guys who could score.
Yes.
But also you had your little Michael Jordan Jr. there. Talk about Michael Jordan Jr. That was Kobe. You got Kobe and Shaq. They were two of the most dominant players of all time. That's one of the hardest teams, I think, to beat ever.
Let me see who else was.
Derek Fisher.
It was it's somebody. The little guy. Oh man, what is his name? Man, I can't think of his name, but he was a guard.
2001. So they had Brian Shaw, Rick Fox.
Okay.
Derek Fisher, Horace Grant, Ron Harper. They were pretty deep then. Robert Horry.
Oh my goodness.
Ty Lue.
Oh man, little Ty Lue was getting it in.
Yeah, little Ty Lue was getting stepped over by Allen Iverson.
Did he get a championship with them?
Yeah, he did.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Speaking of, Ty Lue has had a lot of rumorings to be headed to the Lakers to coach LeBron again.
He really is? He's headed to the Lakers?
So there's been a lot of rumors that he's headed there. There's also been a lot of rumors that J.J. Redick is heading to the Lakers, too, to be a coach there. And that's not really blown over well with the NBA. Just because it's basically saying LeBron can get whatever he wants. And that's his buddy there. But, LeBron's basically the coach anyway. He might as well. But, yeah, Lou right now is on the Clippers. But... everybody talks about him making that switch over because he loves LeBron, but I don't see him doing that.
No.
Ty Lue is definitely one.
Ty Lue is just...
He's one of the best coaches in the league, though.
He is. He's come upon some really good situations, man, and he's done well. I mean, at Cleveland.
Speaking of people that choke in the playoffs, do you think Doc Rivers will keep that Milwaukee Bucks job?
Good question. I think he will, simply because he's a veteran coach, and they don't want to keep looking. They don't want to have to keep searching. So, yeah, I say they keep him. Tough.
You know what's crazy though?
What's that?
Is the Milwaukee Bucks, a couple years ago, they had their head coach, Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
You know where he's at right now? Leading the Dallas Mavericks to potential finals.
Yes.
And right now, if they had Jason Kidd with that Milwaukee team, I think they would maybe still be alive there.
Yes.
But, yeah, very interesting. What about Luka? Do you think he's going to win more championships than Wemby or Anthony Edwards there?
Now that's a tough one. I think he's going to win more than Anthony Edwards. But Wemby is a man. That guy.
Speaking of the next LeBron, though, that might be. He's a different style player, but that might be Luka in terms of his greatness. Luka is a walking triple-double machine who can score when it matters, and he's putting up 35 points a game.
Yes.
He's definitely the best white basketball player I think we've seen since Larry Bird.
So. I thought I told you he reminds me of Bird. He throws, he falls down, he shoots the ball falling down. It's number net. I'm like, man, somebody jumps out on him. He can switch the ball either hand and shoot. He's shown me a lot, man.
To me,
he's not a fast guy either.
No,
he's not fast.
No, he's not. He gives hope for every chubby white guy in America to be able to make the league. But Luka in this versus Ant could be a very fun rivalry over the next couple of years, because those two guys to me are two of the dogs out of the Western Conference there, and the new age dogs there, and I think they'll be barking at each other there for a while. So Luka versus Ant, I think this is not the first time we see this playoff matchup, and I think this is going to be a fun one in the future too.
Okay, so tonight, you game. You gonna come on tonight?
Yeah, I'm down for tonight. We can give some picks for the games. We can give some best bets there. You know, I love these lotto prop bets. So I do for the NBA. What I do is I do lottos. I'll do a couple parlays that are like $5-10 to pay out a couple thousand, and we'll just see what happens.
And I'm gonna research our technology and find out why we couldn't get him on the live, but I want to bring him on with us.
Yes, we will have
Jared G with us. Jared, you probably didn't hear me tell you to call in on the call-in number, but tonight we're just gonna do it via Facebook again, and
so make sure you're following the League Sports Talk Show. We will have an interview with Jared G on there here soon, but we will also have a lot of free bets, a lot of amazing sports content,
more content,
and two beautiful sports media faces there. So go ahead and find us at the League Sports Talk Show on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter at Beat Your League. I'm giving out free bets each and every day, and we're making money on these. I'll make you some free money. That's a little perk of you following us at Beat Your League and the League Sports Talk Show. But we are the best in sports media. I am BYL Chill.
I'm Southside Said, and as always,
we are your first responders for sports.
Yes.
That's usually Sedge's line there. But hey, peace, Nashville. We love you. And we're out.
FNLP, Passport Tennessee.
See, man, we're natural at this. This is fun. We just got to get
This was like they were talking really shit.
I know it wasn't. Well, you know we did. We should have did the baseball slower. We should have just went through, and then we didn't do any WNBA.
I did something.
You didn't mention her. I was going to mention that. You know, she got hurt. Remember, she got hurt. She fell down and got hurt. But I don't know if she came back in that game. Did she?
I was just mentioning that if you look at the player stats versus her team, every star player versus her, it's scoring like 30 points a game. They're coming for our head. They're like, fuck you.
Yeah, I know. I mean, she but that, hey.
They're all on charter flights and stuff now, so I mean, they're rich now.
Yeah, man. They after, but you know, that's a part of the game. You know, the anticipation, and then she's already got a rivalry like Bird and Magic. You know, so it's there, but everybody's coming after her, man. Everybody, you know, and so she got to toughen up, man. She got to toughen up. They expect her to be tough. They gave her everything. They were calling her. They were just giving her a championship, and she hadn't played the game.
Yeah, but she still ain't won one.
Right, she still hasn't won the game yet.
No.
Airing on Nashville FM in Nashville, this is The Final Straw Radio, a weekly anarchist and anti-authoritarian podcasts and podcast emanating out of occupied Chalagi land in southern Appalachia. We bring you voices and perspectives from projects and struggles all around the world, and you can find our archives, transcripts, ways to follow us and support us at thefinalstrawradio.noblogs.org. This week we're sharing a recent interview with Chloe Moore, a steward, farmer, and educator on the Southside Community Farm in the historically black neighborhood of Southside.
Right, we already know the truth.
The farm has been serving
we'll
the neighborhood and the region with free and
funny topics,
fresh produce
you know.
for a decade.
We wing it because we can wing it, but we don't need to wing it.
No, we need to,
you know, the weekend sports, we need to talk about what happened. We really, you scratched the surface. We didn't go, and then, you know, MLB, we give them the MLB, at least the scores that are going. We didn't even do in the trenches, you know.
I give them
the legacy of
okay, good. You sure did. I was doing that shit.
That destroy black communities and the ways that community
and also
members
I gave them live updates about
Southside Community Farm.
And what they've been doing. So
my name
I
is
got a lot of
Chloe Moore.
interviews on, but
She and
we just kept talking about the